A long time ago, before social media, before outrage culture, before every conversation became a culture war, I used to love politics. Really, I did. I thought maybe one day I'd even become a politician. I was that nerdy kid watching public access debates, confusing the heck out of my parents, and I was fascinated by the way people could disagree but still build something. Slowly, boringly, piece by piece. I genuinely believed it was a noble process. And maybe at its best, it still is. But now it feels like we've replaced governments with performance, spectacle, scandal, and it's exhausting. So I want to take a moment to ask, when did we start trading our values for someone else's war? Spectacle isn't new. The Romans had the gladiators. I guess maybe kings had gestures. But the rich have always known how to put on a show. What's different now is the speed, and how easily that show follows us home, into our phones, into our news feeds, into our relationships. Even good people who started out wanting to inform, to help, to create something meaningful, get pulled into it. Because the system doesn't reward honesty, it rewards outrage. And when everything becomes a performance, even truth becomes a prop. Politics has always been theater, but now it's luxury theater. It's wealthy donors, insulted elites, and professional class representatives who haven't had to worry about the cost of a car repair in decades. And I'm not saying they're bad people at all, but if you've been rich long enough, you just don't get how regular people live anymore. You don't know what it's like to have to choose between rent and groceries, or miss a job interview because you had to take the bus, or decide whether fixing your car means skipping your utility bill. And when people like that are the only ones in office, the only ones making decisions, representation breaks. So does empathy. And while we're trying to get by, while we're paying the taxes that keep the lights on, we're being divided over each other's private lives. Who had a pride parade, or who said what on X, or who lives differently than you. Meanwhile, the things that we all depend on, roads, water, emergency services, housing, get neglected. I might not agree with you, we might not ever vote the same, but I promise you this, we both care about clean drinking water, working ambulances, and not going bankrupt from a broken tooth. That's what government is supposed to be about. But instead, we get baited into fighting about people's personal choices, as if that's more important than our shared needs. It's distraction, it's working, and it's costing us everything. What makes this all harder is to watch how far we should have come. We live in an age of AI, instant communication, and global knowledge. We inherited centuries of ideas from the harm principle, pluralism, due process, democracy itself. These weren't perfect systems, but they were designed to help us rise above instinct, to stop letting fear and tribalism run the show. Instead, people are starting to cheer for raw power, for whoever promises to crush the people they don't like. But here's the thing. If you only believe in rights when your side has them, you don't believe in rights. You believe in domination. And that's not democracy. That's just the next strong man waiting for his moment. You know, I don't know if this video will reach anyone, and maybe I'm just tired today. Maybe I'm just discouraged. But I still believe the next generation could be different if we gave them a chance. If we stop fueling the outrage machine, and if we stop cheering when it's our side breaking the rules. Democracy doesn't survive on passion, it survives on restraint, on boundaries, on a shared commitment to rules that protect everyone. So this is me, drawing a line, saying out loud, don't trade your values for someone else's war. Not the culture war, not the partisan echo chamber, not the social media takedown campaign or the outrage of the week. Because when you do that, it's not just your enemy who loses. You lose who you were supposed to be.